Can you fast in the summer? Well, yes, of course you can. Now, obviously, it's much harder to dry fast during the summer, but you can still do it. You just have to drink a little bit more water. But you dry fast most of the day. But naturally, in the summer, it is a time for adding some more fat, actually. But obviously, if you're obese, if you need to cut fat, you have to fast longer. And you need to create a rhythm, a routine, as most people call it. I call it rhythm because I see life through rhythms. I don't believe in stressful timing like that. But approximately, you do approximately the similar thing every day. So that's how you keep it going. So the same with caloric intake, the same with everything. So fasting, it is true, it is all about energy intake, energy expenditure, but it is also true that human psychology works that way, Especially in the summer, we want to eat more. It is naturally like that in the summer. So, but you have to be especially disciplined if you're obese in the summer. You have to be especially disciplined here and cut weight. Since it's so hot outside, you actually start fasting much quicker as well. So, of course, you fast in the summer, but obviously avoid the sun directly, you know, at those worst hours. In the morning is the best to train, or later in the evening. It depends on what you're doing. You fast throughout the day. That's basically how I do it. It's neither through the day and neither through night. It is basically I break it at 4 approximately. That's what I figured works best for me. So I break it at 3 or 4. Well, mostly 4, closer to 4. In the summer now, I sometimes drink a little bit of milk as well. And, well, that's mostly what I add here. Otherwise, it's similar. I focus on meats and I focus on fruits, a lot of fruits in the summer, but also savory fruits because I need that water. It's so hot now, so you need more water, and drinking water is not as boring in the summer, but it is more boring, obviously, than eating. And you also need more salt, so you salt your savory fruits and like cucumbers, and you got to get your salts in. You don't have to worry too much about potassium unless you're eating a lot of cucumbers like I'm doing. We have our own cucumbers here, so I eat a ton of cucumbers now, and so I don't have to worry about potassium. There's a ton of potassium in cucumbers, also in potatoes, but the starch doesn't work very well for me, but I can eat it. There is no problem right now, but still, I avoid starches. I only eat that occasionally, but of course you fast during the summer. But obviously you can't dry fast as much. You gotta drink more water, especially if you're outside and training. And that's that. If you're sitting inside, then that's a different thing. But what's the point of sitting outside? You need the vitamin D from the sun as well. That's super important. Because all of these vitamins work together, all right? There is no only vitamin D, and they all work together. The whole body works together, and you need the fats. You need, omega-3, you need omega-6, and of course, avoid all vegetable oils. And that's that. Of course, you can fast. You can daily fast. You can do prolonged fasts. And if you're obese, you got to do prolonged fast. You got to keep a routine, do 48 hours, then break with a small, very small meal, tiny meal with some cucumbers or something, perhaps one egg or something, and then you go at it again. And you do that 48 and then break, and 48 and break. That's the best. That's the best. I figure that's the best. That's also the best routine for healing something. You go 48, you try to dry fast as much as you can, 48, and then you break your fast. Now, obviously, if you're athletic or lean, you can eat a ton of food, and then you go back at it again. But if you're obese, a small meal. That's it. That's it. It's super easy, but you got to keep going. It's the self-discipline. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. And wanting to have a true will to change. That's the most important thing. Otherwise, it will never work. It won't work ever. And that's that.